All right. Hi, everyone. Shall we get started? All right. Welcome to our first webinar of 3S Lazada Sponsor Solution Playbook. My name is Fai, and I lead the industry solution team. We are delighted to share with you today the latest blueprint and the insider of Lazada Sponsor Solutions. You probably wonder, what is this playbook all about or how to use it? The 3S Playbook is an essential guide to navigating and mastering your Lazada's advertising ecosystem. This playbook is built around a 3S framework. 3S framework: Smart Start Smart, Scale Up, and Stand Out. So first, let's begin with the Start Smart, laying the foundation of the comprehensive LSS product suites. Second, Scale Up, sharing the best practices where sellers and agencies can leverage full LSS suites. Last but not least, Stand Out, elevating the media planning and winning key selling moments. I will now pass on to Chloe to walk through the details of the book. Hope this playbook is the roadmap to your future success. Thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. So in today's session, we'll be covering four key agendas. Number one, on the Start Smart section, we'll be covering on how to launch LSS solutions, combining with Lazada Shoppers Insight, our overall product suite, as well as the framework for success. In the Scale Up section, what you will find is how to fuel growth on Lazada-based practices, which will be defining into each and individual of the solutions. And lastly, on the standout section, we'll be providing you with the always-on strategy as well as the best practices, as well as the preparation for the D11, upcoming D11. And lastly will be the resource center, where we'll be providing you on how to find more information about Lazada sponsor solutions. My name is Chloe, leading the regional media partner as well as the solution strategy. So let's kickstart with the first section on Start Smart. Before we get started, I'd like to highlight a few of the shoppers' insights. So shoppers essentially in the e-com start their journey from search, right? What we've found is that over 67% of shoppers consider the on-platform e-commerce marketing campaign as the highly relevant channel as well as attention grabbing for their search journey. This also enhances the importance of the search function within the e-commerce platform in Lazada. Shoppers are essentially exposed to your brand and key offers through multiple features within Lazada platform, whether it be search, browse, or discover more. For instance, shoppers can see your sponsored display banner in our homepage platform, as well as clicking on the banner will land them onto one of the 3 landing pages of your choice. Or else they can also remember your brand and use the search functions to search using the brand name or generic keywords, then search and discover for more functions. Based on Lazada Shoppers Insight, over 70% of shoppers purchase the products as a result of Lazada's recommendations, and more than 90% have purchased the products through the search results, meaning to say that Lazada search is highly powerful in helping people to be able to search what they're looking for, as well as finding the item and leading into ended up purchasing the product within Lazada platform. Next, why choosing the LSS solutions to unlock your growth, right? We've found that within Lazada sponsor solutions, we've helped sellers and brands to grow their sales by up to 48% sales uplift using Lazada sponsored solutions, with up to 10x in regards to return on investment using the optimized paid campaign strategies. With over 400,000 brands and sellers across Southeast Asia that are currently using Lazada sponsor solutions to help them ramp up the growth and unlock more potential on creating sales generation. Next, I would like to paint a clearer picture in regards to the latest update of our sponsor solutions suite. This page will give you a quick overview of on-platform Lazada sponsor solutions, which is designed to boost sales and visibility with the AI-powered solutions and tools. Our on-platform solutions are designed to both maximizing sales as well as maximizing the awareness. For the maximizing sales solutions, we have the lower funnel solutions called Sponsor Max, which fully leverage the all platform traffic within Lazada platform to help you maximize sales potential, whilst the Sponsor Discovery helps boost the paid platform traffic with high intent shoppers. As the second section on maximizing awareness, we have the sponsored brand solutions, combining of the sponsored display, which helps amplifying brand awareness and exposure with in-app engagement, as well as the newly launched on sponsored brand search. And as for our tools, just to quickly recap a few, right? We have the data insights available in Seller Center, which provides brands and sellers with the insights with an integrated dashboard for a holistic view of the overall store performance. Creative centers also help you navigate through generating the creatives needed in order to help amplify the commercial mechanics seamlessly. And lastly, the AI chat LSS that will help power through with instant answers as well as personalized recommendations. Next, I will be detailing a few more in terms of the descriptions specifically by solution, starting off with Sponsor Max. Again, Sponsor Max is our latest innovative product within Lazada platform. Is essentially designed to help leverage the all platform traffic, which aiming to help you maximize sales. It's aiming to maximize traffic with higher sales potential, as well as helping identify which is the highest sales potential product in order to boost the traffic to your stores, giving brands and sellers even more control through our AI-powered algorithms with recommended return on investment. This will also help maximizing the spend more efficiently. Sponsor Max also comes in two formats. One is on campaign type of Sponsor Max store, which essentially helps you promote all stores product, whilst the Sponsor Max product is essentially maximize specific product SKUs, which given the recommended highest product potential. When it comes to the overall placements of Sponsor Max, right, is as I mentioned that it is essentially designed to maximize sales through all platform traffic. These slide here showcasing a few of the examples of the search and recommendation placements, being browsing homepage. We've had the Sponsor Max placement will be featured in homepage last game, as well as search and comparisons throughout the search result page, as well as the product detail page. When it comes to add to cart and checkout, there will also be some related recommended product of shopper's choice in cart and order status pages, as well as my orders and review completion page. Next, a bit more on sponsor discovery, which is essentially our very initial solutions promoting the product, capturing the high intent shoppers to generate traffic and conversions. It is designed to boost paid platform traffic and sales with multiple sponsor discovery placements as well. This will also ensure that the products will be shown across interested shoppers in the relevant format. When it comes to sponsor display, it is designed to help amplify the product and brand exposure using the premium Lazada app placements. It is designed to help achieve the high traffic locations, which aiming to create and generate the impressions through shoppers. It can also be helpful in driving the store and promotion awareness by furnishing and feature your promotion commercial mechanic promotions, right? Using the creative in the banners. You can also customize the creative and messaging to tailor to your brands. Sponsor discovery, when is the best time to invest in sponsor discovery, right? There are three main events that we're looking into promoting the brand through sponsor display. First will be the key main spikes or a so-called mega campaign. It could also be the Lazada birthday sales, 6699, and essentially coming just right around the corner, 1111 and 1212, right? Monthly spikes, which is a recurring campaign moments, are mid-month sales as well as payday. Lastly, it's on brand day, which helps you promote specific brands or super brand day, owning all of the Lazada premium placements. Sponsored brand search is essentially our new product, right? It is designed to help you stand out with the top of search results visibility using the prominent features of brands' banners visibility coming from the branded keyword. What it helps is that it will help boost your brand visibility to gain the awareness of your brand through the special placements of the top of search result and highly capturing the high intent shoppers because they're directly looking for the specific brands of your choice. This will also help drive the traffic your way more directly. When it comes to overall LSS suite, right? In order to drive the success to LSS, it is essential to align with the shopper's intent as well as campaign objectives. What we are laying out here is from low shopper intent, building up to mid to low to high shopper's intent. We have defined the objective below. So the first objective in building up the shopper's intent is to accelerate shoppers' intention as well as product exploration. We have Sponsor Max, which can, as I mentioned earlier, that Sponsor Max leveraging the all platform traffic, it could help shoppers to discover and explore your brand and product exposure through homepage and last games. Sponsor display also help promote your product and promotion being the mass and targeted audience through homepage banner as well as platform's premium visibility. And when it comes to shoppers' intent on mid building up to high shoppers' intent, the key objective is to drive the engagement as well as the consideration before converting shoppers into purchase. We have Sponsor Max, Sponsor Discovery, and Sponsor Brand Search to serve all of the shoppers' intent across e-com shoppers' journey. A few more pages on framework for success. The way we can read this is that we are defining the framework for recommended solutions with the objective driven in order for you to design what are the right solutions to adopt based on the key objectives, key relevant objectives. The way we can read this table is you can look at the green dot here. What is showcasing in green dots are the essential products or solutions that we are highlighting. The yellow one is the recommended, and the orange ones are the optional ones. What I would like to specifically highlight it's on the adoption of Sponsor Max, which essentially help throughout the objectives, whether it be new product launch or new store, accelerate growth or boost your hero product SKUs. Sponsor Max also help you recruit new buyers, retarget past purchasers, as well as help you optimize the return on investment. Whilst Sponsor Discovery, the key or essential solutions that you should take into account in adopting would be the Mega Sales Accelerator. And when it comes to accelerating growth and boost hero product SKUs, which should essentially be the aim of all stores, right? It is best to look at the adoption of full funnel solutions across on-platform as well as the off-platform solutions. The key framework for success, in order to scale the LSS solutions, it is also crucial for brands and sellers as well as agencies to identify what is the current stage or simply put the maturity stage of the sellers. For entry level, it is best to kickstart with LSS using the suggested setup for Sponsor Max store, which essentially help maximize the overall store sales, allowing the AI auto optimization to pick and select the high product potential without having to manually pick by yourself. For emerging seller stage, it's essentially about accelerating growth with strategic budget optimization. The setup would be using Sponsor Max both store as well as product campaign type, which will help you maximize and optimize budget more towards the hero as well as high margin products, giving you more control over your own product selections. And lastly, for the high matured state of the sellers, it is highly recommended to maximize impact with full funnel excellence, combining the full funnel strategies across 3 key solutions: Sponsor Max, sponsor discovery, in particular MSA campaign, and lastly, on amplifying the brand exposure through the sponsor display, with the strategic allocation across four main occasions. Just a bit of a quick recap on the Smart Start in section 1, right? I'd like to paint one question here. Which sponsor solution covers every stage of the shopper's journey from discovery to conversion, whether it be Max, display, discovery, or brand search? I'm sure you will get this one right. The answer is Sponsor Max, which essentially help us build the interest from the shoppers, from low shoppers intent up to high shoppers intent as we leverage all platform traffic, right? Next, I'll be passing on the second section to my colleague here, Tanin.
Okay, thank you so much, Chloe, for the solutions introduction. I think everyone have like a very clear picture on what each solution's objective and how to implement each solutions into your media strategy. So in the next part, I will go through a little bit more on the optimization and also how to use each solutions more efficiently. So in part of the scale up, we will show how you can fuel the growth, both GMV, traffic, or any commercial metrics with the Lazada Place best practice here. So starting with our newest solutions, Sponsor Max. So Sponsor Max, basically I just want to elaborate again that how to use Sponsor Max. Basically, we have two types of campaign here. The first one is Sponsor Max Store. Sponsor Max Store is actually just like very easy as setup way for your Lazada sponsor solutions. Basically, you just one click on the budget and then the auto optimization will help you to allocate the budget efficiently across every store, every product on your entire store. The second one is Sponsor Max product. Sponsor Max product is actually promoting the individual products for optimizing the return. So basically, you can choose product and also choose which bidding type you want to use for each product selection. Sponsor Max product will provide you more control on budget, bidding type, and also ROI by product level. So from the campaign types here, I will show you how many bidding types that we have here. The first one is the auto bidding. So basically auto bidding, we will let the algorithm to perform it that how much of the CPC bidding that they want to use. And the second one is max CPC. So max CPC, you can set up the max price on a cost per click bidding. And on the last one is target ROI. So target ROI, you can actually set up that how much of the ROI that you are targeting to get the return. So when we see this, like two campaign types and three bidding types, you may wonder how to use this, like implement it into your real media planning. So basically, we have like 4 steps assessing that which campaign types you have to use and how to use each bidding types. So basically, if we look at the left-hand side, we could see the experiences level. So I have divided into two types of the experiences here. So if you're new to Lazada Sponsor Solutions, we will suggest you to choose the campaign type as Sponsor Max Store. So you don't have to like think about how much of the budget you're going to use on this product specifically because you haven't had like a learning from the campaigns before. So let the Sponsor Max Store to help you optimize with the auto bidding types that will help you bidding on each CPC selection. And another one is on the experience sellers. So basically we will have like another campaign as a Sponsor Max product here. Setting up in parallel between Sponsor Max Store together with Sponsor Max product will help you to have more control on the budget and also on the return for your Hilo SKU, key focus SKU here, and also the new products here. So basically for Hilo products and key focus product, we will suggest sellers to maximize return on the investment as target ROI bidding objective. And for the new listed product that have been listed less than 60 days, we will suggest you to use the auto bidding instead because there is no historical performance on this product before. So the auto bidding will help you to have like more efficiently on your spending. So here's the golden rules. Basically for Sponsor Max, we have just 4 golden rules here. The first one is duration. So we have like minimum suggestion as 14 days, 7 days for learning phase. And after learning phase, we have like another 7 days for the stable phase. And I was like have like encouraging and always like to push you towards the always on activation because basically always on will help you to avoid the relearning phase again. And the second one is realistic goal. Basically, I think everyone have like on the sponsor max when you see the target ROI, everyone wants to push it as high as possible, right? But actually, the realistic goal will help you to have like a traffic that you can maximize the sales opportunity and also traffic into your store with a realistic goals and also realistic return. And on the third one is refrain from editing during the learning phase. So I mentioned earlier that we have 7 days learning phase here. So if you have like edit anything on the sponsor max, it will go back to the learning phase again. So refrain from the editing would help you to avoid the relearning phase again. And on the fourth one is budget management. So basically we have like budget set up for daily budget and also no limit budget. So we will suggest you to use no limit budget instead because it will help you to maximize the sale opportunity here. Or if you don't choose the limit one, I will suggest you to either choose on the equal to the suggested amount in the sponsor max campaign suggestion. Moving to the target ROI that like if you go to the sponsor max page, you would see that there's 3 levels of the target ROI here. So basically, if you just adopt the S max or just change the bidding into target ROI, we will suggest you to start from the lowest one first. Because the lowest one would help you to maximize the traffic, guided GMV, and also maximize the opportunity for budget scalability. On the product selection, I would suggest to use like for hero SKU, growth product, or even the high potential product. And for the high target ROI here, it will make you have like lesser traffic, lesser guided GMV, and also limited opportunity for budget scalability. So basically, we will only suggest you to use it for the low margin product because you would have more control on the each product margin level. Another one as max CPC. So our strategy here for max CPC is basically like in every campaign setup, the system will show the suggested CPC here. And I will suggest you to use more than 15 or above from the system recommend CPC when it comes to teasing or mega campaign or brand moments campaign like brand day. And for the suggested here, I will also suggest you to use only when it comes to always on. Like BAU, you just want to maintain the learning phase. Then choosing the suggested here will help you to also maintain the competitiveness together with having the efficient pricing on the CPC bidding. Okay, so here's the end of Sponsor Max basic strategy that we will suggest you. So I want to move into like the success case from Dafia Philippines. So Dafia is basically like an local brand in Philippines and using the Sponsor Max and achieving with more than 11.9x return on investment together with 45% order uplift here. So basically Sponsor Max is one of the solutions that actually like proper and also suitable for every sellers across the platform. Either you are mass sellers and also top sellers, GSKA sellers. Sponsor Max is one of the solutions that we design for all of the sellers here to maximize your sales. So moving from Sponsor Max to our campaign. So when it comes to campaign, you would see the Mega Sales Accelerator or MSA. So MSA is actually we expand from only the mega campaign or double digit campaign into mid-month and also payday period. So setting up the MSA together with Sponsor Max will help you to accelerating more traffic into your store during the campaign period. And also we have the manual campaigns that you would have more control towards budget, keyword selection, and also CPC bidding types, CPC bidding price for each product levels. So you may wonder that how to evaluate the framework when we have like both Sponsor Max, Sponsor Discovery. So this plate will tell you how to choose the evaluation framework. So basically, we have like 4 levels of evaluation. The first one is campaign level. Either it's MSA campaign, Mano campaign, SMAX store campaign, or SMAX product campaign. You just want to compare it across every solutions here and see which solutions that actually performing, having ROI, budget utilization, and also conversion rate performing here. Another level of accessing is actually on the product level, whether have you set up the Sponsor Max product, or you can also go to the Sponsor Max store and see which product have like highest ROI, highest conversion. You can also turn the product in Sponsor Max store into specific product in a Sponsor Max product campaign also. And then leveraging more budget into the high ROI and high budget utilization product. And for another level is for the keyword level for sponsor discovery manual campaign. So basically, you can also see the performance by each keywords and then maximize by putting up more into CPC bidding price for the high performing products. And then if the keywords is not performing, we will also suggest you to remove or either lower the bidding and also finding a new opportunity for you to expand the keyword pool into the top ranking keywords or top trend keyword that you would found in the data insight that Glory mentioned before. And on the last one is the most important thing is about the daily budget allocation. So basically, we also show you in the later steps that how to set up the daily budget allocation across BAU, mid-month, double-digit, mega campaign, and payday. Daily budget allocation is the most important thing for you to maximize the sale opportunity on the daily basis or the day that have like high add to cart rate or high conversion rate. So you can also maximize the sale opportunity in the day that really performing for you. So moving into some kind of like overall solutions, because as of now, I think you may wonder that how we can incorporate both Sponsor Max store, Sponsor Max products, MSA campaigns, and also the manual campaigns in the sponsor discovery. So basically, we have also divided into the decision tree here. So you can start from the first step here that reviewing the product here. Basically, if the product is not running any sponsor discovery at the moment, or you just kickstart with a sponsor solutions, you can also either assessing your capability. So if you have like limited time to manage the campaigns with bill of fill resources, you can also just turn up the Sponsor Max store together with the MSA campaign. And then these two solution types will help you to maximize the product by the algorithm and AI optimization. And if you have like an experience and also together with the time to manage the campaigns, we will suggest you to also activating the Sponsor Max store together with Sponsor Max product for your Hilo SKU, key focus product, and also new product listed. And also together with MSA campaign activation during double-digit mega campaign, mid-month, and also payday. But if you're currently running the sponsor discovery here, you can also see first whether the performance is met the expectation or is there opportunity to improve by the product level. And if you have limited time, we will just suggest you to use Sponsor Max Store so that you can also have like control towards the bidding price or target ROI that you want to set up, and also running together with the MSA campaign activation when it comes to the campaign. And also on the last one is about the experienced sellers with high brand complexity. Whether you have like a lot of resource, you have digital marketing team to manage the advertising, we will suggest you to add more Sponsor Max product into your current setup and also setting up with the MSA campaign together with running the SD manual campaigns keyword selection. So you can choose whether which keywords that you want to target. For example, if you're beauty brands that want to promote more or have more penetration towards the skincare category or sunscreen category, you can also put the keywords there and also bidding into the keywords that you want to have more penetration into that category. So here's the basic framework that we suggest. And if we move into the product selection here, we could see that actually we have like divided into three types of the products. The first one is new products. Second one is growth, hero product. And the third one is martial product. So I think this one is like aligning with the marketing product stage also. So in the first stage, new product, you may expect the less ROI than the growth product or the mature product because you would have like to build the awareness more, building more brand affinity, and also this would cost you with a higher cost of acquisition. But using Sponsor Max campaign with a auto bidding campaign will also help you to maximize the awareness across the all platform traffic here. Another one is growth product and also mature product. Here you can also expect the ROI as usual. So if it comes to the marketing KPI here, you can also see that the ROI is actually recommended for the KPI only for the growth product or the mature product because it's actually stable and you have more opportunity to maximize the sale further. While the new product, we just want to have like building awareness, having more traffic, and let the shoppers know that what is your new product. So the cost here might be higher than the other tools. So if we're mapping this product with the solutions here, we could see that in the pink box here is actually the recommended products. Like for the news product, we suggest to use S-Max with the auto bidding type. Growth or healer SKU, we suggest to use S-Max together with TRI, target ROI bidding. So you can have the control towards the ROI that you want to have. And also for the other products, it will go to the Sponsor Max store with the auto bidding type so that the campaign will have like the AI optimization to also allocating the budget efficiently across your entire store's product here. And when it comes to campaign again, MSA will help you to maximize the traffic into your campaign's products or the traceable products. And moving from CPC solutions like Sponsor Max, Sponsor Discovery into the last solutions like Sponsor Display. Like Chloe mentioned earlier that when the shopper see the display solutions, the display in the first page, homepage of Lazada, they will also continue the journey either by searching or clicking the display. So this will help you to maximize more branded search keyword also. After seeing the display that you just shown in the first page of Lazada, shopper is actually searching for your brands and also reflecting in the incremental in the PDP PV here. So basically we have two types here. The first one is cost per day model, like mega campaign, double-digit brand day. And the second one is category-based and targeted exposure, like CPM model. So this one is actually objective is creating more exposure, building awareness, and also the traffic when it comes to BAU or payday period. And also will help you to target or retargeting the past campaign or promoting a new products or hero SKU for you. So mapping with the objective here, we could see that actually like all of the objective in the left-hand side, cost per day model is actually helping you to maximize every opportunity on these objective. While CPM will help you to recruit a new buyers, exposure to the brand loyalty buyers, and also help you to have more exposure or creating awareness with the category buyers. Because basically CPM, you can choose whether which category that you want to target. And for the best practice here, we also have some learning to leveraging the behavioral data to refine the targeting and also boosting the efficiency here. So you can go to the seller center and also go to the CPD CPM report here. You can also have the data insight whether which category is really engaging with a display campaign here. And you can also choose the metric such as clicks or add to cart and also have understanding towards the focus targeting. And then you can also leveraging the data insight driven from the audience performance here and then adopt into the CPM campaign strategy by choosing the target on gender basis, age range basis, and also category and subcategory. And then you can click forecast here, whether is it suitable for your budget on the CPM campaigns. So I believe this one is a solutions that we really want to have like more efficiency towards scale up, and this would help you to scale up more into your brand strategy. So just want to recap a little bit here that about a sponsor max target ROI setup. So basically the questions here is just should you choose or start with the low target ROI to boost more traffic? So we have like true or false here. Maybe we have like 5 seconds to think whether you choose true or false. Okay, so basically here we would choose as true here. So basically the lower ROI, target ROI will help you to have more competitiveness towards CPC bidding against either the category or any sellers in the platform. So choosing low target ROI first will help you to maximize traffic, guided GMV, and also budget scalability opportunity for sales will be maximized too. So the next phase I will handle to Gloy also to have more elaboration about how you can like activating always on and also how to activating the mega campaign in the upcoming 11/11 more efficiently.
Hi, welcome back. I hope it's a very insightful session for you guys so far. So coming up, lastly on the standout section to help you elevate your overall media plan and create the impact. Oops. Okay. So I think Pete has top line already about the overall budget, daily budget allocation, right? Which is a really exciting topic. But before driving on to that point, I'd like to maybe highlight a few points here in this slide in order to create the impact by maximizing traffic and sales for efficient campaign performance. We'd like to highlight on the always on strategy. What the terminology for always on strategy, right? We are highly focusing on the CPC solution, whether it be sponsor max as well as sponsor discovery activation. By activating always on more than 21 days across the month consecutively, the results have shown that sellers who have activated always on strategy have outperformed those who hadn't, right? With 6.5x in terms of the guided traffic uplift, with 5% higher in terms of the return on investment, as well as lower cost per click, up to 15% cheaper. When it comes to daily budget allocation, right, I think Pete has also top line in terms of the opportunity to capture what would be the key traffic momentum across the month, right? For instance, the way you can look at the graph here, it's for instance, if the BAU daily budget is 1x, when it comes to teasing or D-Day or last teasing day, we can see that the traffic highly built up across towards D-Day. So meaning to say that you will also need to arrange and adjust your daily budget accordingly. So meaning to say that up to 1.5 x daily budget for teasing, and then up to 3x and 3.5x, especially during the D-Day period, right? Your daily budget can be scaling down based on the traffic momentum. So it can be decreasing by 2x after the D-Day period, and then maintaining the always on daily budget allocation throughout mid-month as well as payday. And lastly, on the key activation checklist, it is highly essential to turn on the auto top up. This will also ensure that you will have sufficient budget in your wallet, as well as activating the always on, especially when it comes to sponsor max campaign. MSA campaign will also be highly effective, especially on the key traffic momentum campaign. Make sure that you turn on the MSA campaign before the teasing period start. And lastly, in order to evaluate your campaign performance, look at the post-review campaign as well as product level performance in order to see which is your high-performing campaign. Moving on to the activating the mix of the solutions across key campaign period, right? The upper funnel solutions being sponsor display and sponsor brand search. This helps amplify your store as well as product page, right? In mega campaign double digits, it will also have the annual pass package to amplify the mega and double digits display packages. For mid-month, similar to mega campaign, it is highly essential to do that for the display packages as well as payday, right? And for the lower funnel solutions, being Sponsor Max as well as Sponsor Discovery, a must-have solutions would be Sponsor Max Store or Sponsor Max Product Campaign. In particular, using the bidding type on target ROI as well as take into consideration to turn on the unlimited budget. This will also ensure that you have captured the high intent shoppers across all the key traffic momentum. And lastly, the must-have solutions would be the Mega Sales Accelerator campaigns. Just a quick recap here on the standout section. The question would be, which of the solution is recommended to be activated during BAU, right? Number one, it's on running sponsor brand search as always on, or activate as max for your hero products. Or third, activate MSA campaign across all key momentum campaigns. All of the above mentioned. Again, I assume that everyone in this call would get this right. So it is essential to turn on the always on sponsor brand search. This will also reserve your brand keyword visibility. For SMAX, it will help you maximize the traffic and sales. And lastly, on MSA campaign, highly essential for mega campaign, double digits, which also open up to more campaign period being mid-month as well as payday. To this point, you may have wondered what would be the right media allocation as well as the solution mix, right? So we have laid out here the performing sellers trend. On the left-hand side here, we have the solution mix, whereas top sellers are showcasing that they are leveraging sponsor brand, sponsor max, as well as sponsor display to help them engage with the shoppers throughout the journey. We've seen that the majority of the budget are being allocated to the lower funnel, being sponsor discovery as well as sponsor max solutions. So we have also provided the allocation mix on the right-hand side here, which are showcasing the budget allocation specifically for the CPC solutions, right? We'll break it down into the occasions, campaign occasions being BAU period, double digits and mega, mid-month, as well as payday. Through what we have seen, the trend across Southeast Asia, we've seen that up to 35% of the budget are being allocated to BAU, just reiterating the importance of always on campaign. Whilst the highest momentum of the double digits and mega still showcasing the highest relevant in terms of the budget allocation up to 40%, whilst the mid-month and payday are combining up to 25%. Whilst this overall budget allocation serves as a guideline, I would also like to highlight and recommend that you also take into account the GMV expectation when you also plan the budget allocation from media alongside with the GMV expectation across each of the period, right? Last note is that this guideline here are applicable for Southeast Asia region. However, we do see some unique insights specifically for Indonesia and Vietnam, right? So in post sessions, we'll also provide the material in a dedicated slide for Indonesia and Vietnam for your reference. And for D11, just coming up right around the corner, we would also like to highlight the mega campaign planning and insights, starting off by aligning your business objective with the shopper's behavior during this important period, right? The second most important campaign timeline after D-Day, right? It is dedicated to the teasing period. The reason why is that the shopper's intent would gradually build up in particular during teasing period, right? Before the start of the D-Day, which has now been sooner by 8 p.m. local time, right? So in this period, the shopper's main behavior would be to explore, to discover and considering what are the products to buy before they are considering into action on add to cart action, as well as comparing for the best deals for D-Day. Before shoppers moving on to purchase as well as the additional need for their products, right? So the key business objective during, in particular, for the teasing period would be to plant the awareness as well as building up the traffic just right before the D-Day or the conversion timeline to start. Meaning to say, it's the occasion to harvest and turn your shoppers into the buyers. After post D-Days, it is essential to sustain the interest of the audience that have engaged with your stores. So this page here will also highlight you with a breakdown of the business objective into planning with key actions, right? So upper funnel on sponsor display and sponsor brand search. In pre-teasing, it is ensuring to drive interest and consumer pre-decision phase. And in D-Day, it will help maximize traffic to your stores by creating the mass promotion and product exposure. Whilst in BAU, it will help maintain the visibility as well as creating brand momentum, right? You can also see the illustrative traffic volume build up from pre-teasing, teasing up to D-Day period before it slowed down back into BAU period. Right. The illustrative of the traffic volume can also be translated into the investment facing that you can also plan for the CPC solutions. For the upper funnel solutions being sponsored display, as Pete has mentioned earlier on the best practices on sponsored display, just a quick highlights on how to activate the awareness solutions to maximize your brand exposure efficiently. In the pre-teasing period, just make sure that you have reserved the mega display packages just prior to the campaign date, and also design the mega banners, ensuring the key creative content to highlight your promotion mechanics. And in teasing, the mega display live will also help amplifying your brand and product exposure. And lastly, on sponsor brand search, during the pre-teasing, make sure that you would recheck the campaign setup as well as ensuring the budget sufficiency before the teasing start. During the teasing, as well as the D-1 and D-Day, the most important period, review your budget sufficiency constantly. And lastly, back to BAU period, it is essential to maintain the campaign to reserve the keyword visibilities. For lower funnel solutions, it is to enhance the conversion solutions to capture the high quality traffic as well as sales. The key must-have items for the solutions to make sure that you have activated during the upcoming D11 would be a Mega Sales Accelerator. Pre-teasing period should be starting soon or might have already been started for some of the markets. Make sure that you have joined the Mega Sales Accelerator campaign 2 weeks prior to the teasing period starts, and make sure that it's essentially running to help maximize the ROI and avoid pausing the campaign, as the learning phase will also need to be restarted. Make sure that during the pre-teasing and teasing, you're not looking after the KPI to monitor on ROI, but instead the metrics that you should be looking after during this period before D-Day would be the traffic as well as the add to cart numbers, right? On Sponsor Max, make sure that again, turn on and always on Sponsor Max product as well as Sponsor Max store during the teasing and D-Day. Make sure that you have sufficient budget, optimized budget. Make sure that you do not run out of the daily budget. This also been something that I have witnessed constantly, that when you encounter with the daily budget sufficiency, meaning to say that it's essentially running out of budget before the end of the day, meaning to say that the campaign is highly performing, you will need to allocate the budget more towards that specific campaigns in order to make sure that you still have the traffic. You don't pause the traffic momentum coming up to your stores. Lastly, on optional level, this will be beneficial for a more elevated seller segment. You can also take into account to turn on the sponsor discovery manual campaign with the manual product selections and keyword selections of your choice. A few points here is that make sure that you have select at least 20 hero products as well as at least 20 keywords selected into the campaign, right? Again, make sure that all of the campaign budget are sufficiency, as well as do make sure that you also take into account your competitive bidding, right? As well as during the D-Day period, try to constantly monitor the cost per click in order to optimize your cost efficiency. To quickly recap on the Last questions on send out. Which of the key actions are recommended for mega campaign? Turn on auto top up, check wallet sufficiency, do not pause campaign midway, or third, monitor campaign budget utilization, or all of the mentioned. Again, I have full trust in all the attendees here that you guys would get this correctly for all of the mentioned above, right? We highly recommend to make sure on the auto top up, wallet efficiency, as well as do not pause the campaign midway, right? We have also have all of the rationale listed out here. I think in lieu of time, allow me to move a bit quicker towards the end. I think in timing wise, we're still doing okay. So last section here on the resource center. This is also, we attached the hyperlink here, so you can also check out our Lazada Sponsor Solutions website, which will also revamped, as well as furnishing the latest update of every individual solutions. So you can find more information, whether it be our on-platform solutions, off-platform solution tools, specifically by solutions as well, right? And lastly, I think I would like to thank you, everyone who joining this session. Would also like to ask your help to please fill in the post-session form by scanning the QR code displaying here. Quick note is that there's the webinar resources as well as materials. This presentation deck as well as the recordings will also be shared once you have submitted the post-session form, right? After you receive the post-session details of the webinar, be sure that if it's not available yet, you can also come back and check it out on the recording by next Wednesday. So likely the 5th of November. I'd like to take the time here again to thank you all for joining, and I hope you find this helpful and beneficial. So all the best for upcoming D11, and we're looking forward to welcome and see you guys again in the next webinar. Thank you.